Well, it deals with the last couple of days in the life of Pier Paolo Pasolini, who was, he's a giant of, he's a poet, he was a filmmaker, he did many things, he was accomplished in many ways. For me, personally, he's someone very important. What this movie doesn't do, it doesn't necessarily try to describe who he is. It's not a biopic. It really tries to express some of his thoughts and some of the things that he was going to do before he was murdered. Well, he was so prolific, and he was so courageous, and he was so accomplished in so many ways, and his importance in Italian culture and Western culture in general is so huge that I felt a certain kind of pressure. But also there's a wealth of material. He led a very well-documented life. As I say, he was tireless. He was always doing many different things. So there was lots of material to inspire me and to learn, to really put myself in his sensibility, his thoughts, and really have a strong imagination about who he was, even if this film isn't necessarily describing, like a la Wikipedia, who he was. It's not a traditional biopic. I've died more than anyone in cinema, I think. So the good news is when it really happens, I'll be well rehearsed. So maybe I'll be calm and good with it. I shouldn't say that, knock on wood. I'm not in a hurry for that to happen. I think to avoid, the most difficult part of making the movie is to avoid all the kind of trappings of a biopic. We made a scenario that was fact-based from interviews and a wealth of interviews with family and friends of Pasolini, and also a wealth of material. But you always get sucked into this feeling of having to account for things. But we kept it personal, we kept it engaged, and we didn't, we had a very good structure of that last 2 days, so that freed us up. But I think that was difficult. And also, I had these scenes, have a scene, it's not really explicit and it's not really realized, but it's something of a seduction with a Roman boy that is not an actor. And I wasn't sure, because he's speaking Roman and I'm speaking Italian. I mean, he's speaking very Roman dialect. I wasn't always sure what he understood, and I'm not really sure he understood what was going on. So there was a moment where I was very nervous about betraying his trust by doing things that he didn't know what was going down. But the fact is, he knew perfectly well. I'm speaking a little abstractly. Unless you see the movie, you don't know what I'm talking about. But that was difficult.